Okay, so I think that we will begin. I will share my screen. So hello everyone. We are glad to welcome you at our webinar, Growing Sales of Finished Materials with Rich Content. And I'm happy to introduce my teammates who will help me today. My name is Zina. I'm the head of marketing at Wizart, and today, together with Ula and Anna, we will present the latest trends in the home improvement industry regarding rich content and how it can actually help you grow customer engagement and your sales. So our webinar will be divided into 3 blocks. The first one will be devoted to market trends and tips to grow customer engagement and conversions. Then we will proceed to the 5 steps guide on how to implement rich content into marketing campaigns. And after the webinar, everyone will receive a link with the package template of rich content for you just to review what we can do with this and like evaluate the quality and decide on the next steps. But first of all, I'd like to tell a few words about Wizart, who we are actually. So we are a company that provides a set of digital tools to introduce a new standard of selling home improvement materials. We help manufacturers and retailers bring a next level shopping experience to their customers, and as a result, it influences the sales and actually builds customer loyalty. So our company headquarters is based in the USA, and we've been on the market for 5 years already. Within this time, we managed to gain more than 150 clients across the globe, and together with them, we are growing our expertise in the market and really help them grow customer engagement and conversions. And talking about the products that we offer, our main product is the visualizer. I believe some of the attendees today are already familiar with this and actually using it. So we offer AR and VR powered visualization, and this tool is available for all types of finishing materials and actually works like a simple plugin that is installed into the website. And another product that we offer is Material Cloud, which is a tool set for creating rich content of different types, such as interior renders, videos, 3D graphics, and also 360 degrees panoramas. And of course, if you need some customization or would like to build your own visualizer, we also offer such an option. With the help of our Vision API tool, you can build your own visualization tool or add like more personalization to the visualizer and like share it with your customers. So I think that we are ready to begin with the most interesting part of our webinar. It is called Market Trends and Tips to Grow Customer Engagement and Conversions. And I would like to ask Anna to open the floor and tell us about this part.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anna, and I'm Business Development Manager at Wizart, and we are really happy to see you all here, participants. So let's start, and let's talk about marketing trends and trends in digital marketing also. So nowadays, we can obviously observe the shift towards digital marketing and the importance of online presence. And first trend here is that consumers' behavior is changing because over 87% of consumers now begin their search for home improvement products and services online. And also we can see the rise in development of e-commerce and marketplaces. So customers, they start search and analyze different products, and it influences their buying decisions. Another trend is growing online sales. As the rise of digital platforms, it has witnessed like significant increase, 41% increase in e-commerce finishing materials compared, for example, to the previous year. And online sales are projected to grow. So that's why it's crucial to be competitive and to stand out. So, of course, when it comes to sales, the first thing that we need to take into consideration is our customers' expectations, as our customers are main actors. So, our customers, they expect convenience, they expect transparency, they expect, of course, personalization. And businesses with a strong online presence and digital marketing strategies, they have a competitive advantage. And for example, here, when we are talking about customer expectations, we need to take into consideration digital marketing channels, because online sales and digital marketing channels, they are interconnected. And we can see that home improvement businesses that empower digital marketing channels with rich content, they achieve a 2.8 times higher revenue growth rate. And like key elements of digital marketing for home improvement businesses are e-commerce websites and virtual showrooms, social media, PPC advertising, SEO, content marketing, email marketing, review platforms and referrals, and loyalty program. And I think that many of you already use some of these channels in your businesses. Yeah? So maybe also some of you has already heard this magic word, rich content. Yeah? But what is rich content? And so rich content is a type of content where main purpose is to interact, engage our potential customers via such elements as video, audio, interactive images, interactive elements. And if we are talking about rich content for websites, there are different types of rich content. So, for example, videos, GIF images, 3D renders, 360 view panoramas, AR room visualizers. And on this slide, you can see some of the examples how this rich content can be produced and how it can be implemented into your website, for example. But okay, let's imagine that you already have this rich content ready to use. The next legitimate point here is, where can I use rich content? You can use it in different channels like website, social media, email marketing, online advertising, virtual showrooms, and product catalogs and brochures. So let's try to talk about each of these channels in detail. When we are talking about website, you can incorporate interactive images or videos, for example, or 360 panoramas on your landing pages, product pages. Also, you can use this rich content into your blog, if you have it, if you post some articles, for example. Then social media. Of course, it's essential nowadays because many people, they use social media every day, such Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Pinterest, even Reddit. And it's very important to post not only like text, but also attract your potential customers with some interactivity. Yeah, and also you can showcase with rich content. You can showcase your products like to the best. Then email marketing. Like every of us, we send a lot of emails every day. Sometimes these emails can be boring, yes, and maybe to increase this click-through rate, yeah, and to again interact with your audience, you can put some GIFs, for example, or videos into your emails that you send, for example. Then online advertising. You can create attractive banner ads, advertising videos, again, to put it on your website or on social media. Virtual showrooms. Here we are lucky because nowadays there is an increase in AR and VR technologies, and these technologies allow us to do magnificent things. Yeah. So now with virtual showrooms, you can showcase your products, and your clients can actually see and visualize your materials into their interiors, into their own spaces. So it's unbelievable almost. Then product catalogs and brochures. You can also incorporate rich visuals into your product catalogs and brochures to provide engaging and informative experience for your customers. Here it's very important to select the platforms and channels that align with your target audience's preferences and behaviors. So before, you need to analyze your target audience and then to make a decision what channel you want to use and develop. So for this, you need also to develop a marketing strategy before everything. Then rich content strengthens lead nurturing process, because first of all, you catch users' interest, you catch users' attention, then you retain this attention, you offer in-depth information, you can provide your customers with 3D product videos and in-depth product description, reviews, and then you continue motivating your customers, continue motivating their interest by using rich content to highlight special offers or, for example, discounts. And rich content, of course, it has a lot of benefits in the home improvement industry. Here we can highlight the main benefit that you can see on this slide. First of all, increased engagement. Like home improvement industry reports, they show 80% increased engagement. So it's like 2-3 times higher compared to static images, compared also to traditional marketing methods. Then, of course, when it comes to sales, we all want to improve conversion rates. And rich content can help you to improve conversion rate, because it's proved that customers, they make buying decisions faster when they can see this rich content, when they can visualize your products better. Then higher social media engagement, of course, as far as I've already mentioned, if you post not only text, but also like accompany this text, these posts with interactive images, you have a higher click-through rate, and as a result, higher social media engagement. And in this era of increasing online sales and e-commerce platforms, marketplaces, it's very important to distinguish your product, so it can give you, rich content can give you a competitive advantage, of course. And here we want to show you real world examples of businesses that successfully implemented rich content strategies. Some of them, there are our clients, for example, World of Wallpaper. They sell wallpapers and they successfully implement rich content into their website, because they provide rich content for each product page, and their potential clients can click on the product page and see the texture, the design, the pattern in detail. Yeah, and also they incorporated an AR visualizer into their website, so their customers can preview wallpapers in their own spaces. Another good example that I want to mention here is the Rockstar. They produce, it's a company from Italy, they produce rugs, and it's a very nice company because they allow you to do your on-the-fly design inside the website, so you can choose your photo or any pattern you like, any picture you like, and create your own rug. And they provide a lot of images, even with nice, quotations and metaphors. So on every landing page for different types of rugs and designs for different spaces, they provide a lot of rich content. So I just recommend you to check it out. It's not an advertising, I just really like this website. Okay, and Jayperox, they are our clients. They sell rugs and carpets online, and they also use a lot of interactive images and renders for each product page, where here we put this screenshot where you can see the texture, and it seems that you can almost touch this rug, so just it creates this effect. So there are nice examples. Yeah, the rich content is a good strategy for your digital marketing. And now I want to give the floor to Ula, and he will provide you with a guide on how you can implement rich content into your marketing campaigns. Thank you for your attention and have a nice day, everyone.
Thank you, Anna, and hello, everybody. Greetings from sunny London to all of y'all. Now we're going to get into nuts and bolts of the issue. How do you actually design the strategy and how you implement the strategy for your rich content? And we're going to be talking about 5 steps. Before we actually go to the step number 1, I would like to outline the step number 0. You need to recognize that you're going to be competing for people's attention. You're going to be fighting in the digital world for people to first to capture somebody's attention and then to maintain it, and then convert that attention to useful stuff like leads, and leads lead to sales, etc. So that's your first step. You need to be thinking about your marketing in terms of people's attention span, and the type of content that you're going to be producing is going to reflect, is going to build on that basic principle. Okay. Now that we talk about attention, we can go to the step number 1. The very first step is you need to define your audience, your target audience, and objectives. It's fairly straightforward. You need to ask yourself a question: who is this content for? Who is my audience? Who are my customers? Just as your business might have more than one type of customer, your content strategy can cater to more than one type of user. So using variety of content types and channels for a variety of segments that you define within your customer base will help you deliver the tailored content, so the content that's tailored to each specific customer base. So is it B2C? Are you targeting designers? Are you targeting particular distributors, retailers, etc.? So you need to figure out who those people are, what sort of digital spaces they occupy, and what sort of content is relevant for them. And in terms of objectives, objective number 1 is that, and the main objective, you can have like specific objectives for specific segments, but the main objective is that content helps businesses like yours prepare and plan for reliable and cost-effective sources of website traffic and new leads. So if you measure the impact of your content, this is the most important objective and the metric that you should be focusing on. And you can even set objectives like we have here. For example, increase customer engagement by 60% and improve conversion rate by 30%, right? Okay, step number 2. You need to develop a bigger content strategy and develop a strategic plan for creating and distributing rich content across your marketing channels. And we're going to talk about marketing channels in a little while. Let's talk about the strategy first. On this slide, we have some of the key components of your strategy. You can like Google it and find like templates for your like working templates for any content strategy. But some of the most common elements are that you need to have specific and measurable goals. Otherwise, you're just going to be pumping out content without any actual follow-up or reflection on it. You need to do marketing competitive research. Take a look at your competitors, see what they're doing. I'm sure all of you are already doing that. But also like where market is going. Ideal customer personas, so ICPs, right? This is, again, we're talking about the segments of your customer base. Then you need to develop a specific brand voice and tone, right? So if you want to stand out in this competitive marketplace and you want to capture attention and retain that attention of people, you need to have a unique and recognizable voice and tone of your messaging. I think in the last couple of years, the most prominent example of that was the Wendy's Twitter account. Not sure if you've seen it. They really raised the bar in terms of brand recognition and loyalty because of that. Editorial calendar, we're going to talk about planning a little bit later, but you need to have a time frame for developing and publishing the content. You need to know the channels for its production and distribution, and of course, you need to be following all of these steps. So I would just like to add to those major components, like in terms of the process, how you do it like step by step, right? So you need to ask yourself what problem you're going to be solving, right? So that's going to be your core value of your product, right? You sell wallpapers, you sell rugs, you sell floorings, doesn't matter what you sell. You need to figure out what is the value of my product for this particular customer base, right? Is it that it's high quality and reasonably priced? That's a great value. You can stress on that. Is it that it's a luxury design that's not like one of a kind, and you produce like 500 of those and never to be produced again? Exclusivity sort of part that can also be part of your value. So this particular sort of an issue that you need to solve for a particular segment of your target audience, and this is like thing you need to that will help your tone and messaging as well. There is this wallpaper company in Sweden that I really like. They identified like their core message and the core values, crush the white walls. So that's great because, you know, like most people, most wallpaper companies compete with paint, and most walls are painted white. So by developing all of their content strategy around this core message of crush the white walls, they're able to stand out among everybody else, as far as I could see, in that space. And that relates also to what makes you unique. So when we're talking about market and competitive research, you shouldn't only look at your competition for inspiration, you also should look at things that they're not doing instead of like things that they're doing and you can copy, right? So you need to figure out how to make a content unique and how to make your messaging unique, right? So Crash the White Walls is another good example here. And before you start developing new content, you should run a content audit. Nobody likes audits, finances wise, but when you do a content audit, you can take stock of whatever content you're producing right now and figure out what the bottlenecks are, you know, what the deficiencies, what can be better. Some of the content may be fine, others can be improved, and something should be scrapped altogether. After that, you need to define the content and the channels, right? So where are you going to be publishing your content? Is it going to be your website? Is it obviously your website? You're going to be publishing a lot of content on your website, like product pages, collections, how you organize it. Are you running a blog, for example, like a DIY blog, etc.? Are you using TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all of those things? Different content is suited for different spaces. A lot of you like selling marketplaces as well. So think about, you know, like what marketplace is better for what, like what type of content is better for which marketplace. So this could be part of the strategy as well. And of course, you need to have an editorial calendar, as we mentioned, right? So before you execute your strategy, it's important to establish who's creating what. Are you doing it in-house? Are you outsourcing, outstaffing some part of the content generation? Where is being published? Again, specific, the calendars should have breakdown in terms of channels. You shouldn't oversaturate a particular channel with the same type of content. Again, you're competing for people's attention, right? So if you're saturating attention span, they've seen it before, they're probably not going to react to it. Again, it's a law of diminishing returns. And of course, you know, when it's going live. So that's a bit of a checklist here as well. So value first, promotion later, ensure consistent messaging, align content with the brand purpose, publish content that's search engine optimized, and utilize correct call to action. Again, what are you trying to achieve? Are you selling direct to customer? Are you generating new leads? Are you just trying to establish like brand recognition and loyalty sort of thing in the market? Right. Step number 3. You need to actually get, once you have the strategy, you did the audit, you figure out what sort of content you want, the timeline for publishing this content, the capacity for producing this content. Now you need to now you actually need to create it, right? So Anna talks at length about types of rich content and what they can do for your business to achieve your goals. So I'm just repeating myself here by saying that it is going to be high quality images, it's going to be videos, it's going to be renders, and whatever works for the spaces, platforms, and the particular target audiences. So you need to figure out what type of content and who's going to be making it. Step number 4. Don't be shy and introduce interactive experiences. Again, we're talking about capturing and maintaining attention. Nothing works better than interactive experiences, right? So like, therefore we talk about content, and then therefore we talk about rich content. There's a specific term for that. Not every content is rich content, right? So like when you incorporate interactive elements to the user experience, you're actually keeping the engagement rates higher, and therefore all of the conversion steps across your sales funnel are also optimized. I mean, you know us, we provide one of the best products on the market in terms of AR visualization. There are a bunch of other people. We're not. It's not below us to list them, so I mean you can check them out if you want. But like, I mean, we're still the best. But there are a bunch of people investing into this, right? To help you increase your conversions, help you increase customer engagement, and help to introduce this sort of experience to your target audiences. Right. Step number 5, and the final step: everything you do should be data driven, right? if you just pump out the content and there is no way for anyone else, if there's no way for you to see the impacts, so to actually evaluate if it works, if it doesn't work, then you need to put those sort of systems in place, right? So you need to continuously track performance metrics and optimize your rich content strategy for maximum impact. So, for example, you decided to invest in videos, right? You think that videos are really going to work great to showcase your product because, when you take a picture, it doesn't really show your product in all its glory, right? So maybe you want to invest in product videos, like either already installed in a space in the room, or just a video or like a close-up, zoom in video of a product. You do that. You put it on social media, you check your impressions, you figure out if it works. You put it on the marketplaces you sell with. You see if that increases your conversions. So things like A/B tests, things like just impression tracking, Google Data Analytics, all of like the bunch of tools you can use to track how well your content performs. This will help you avoid disappointment. Maybe you had a great idea and then you invest a lot of time and effort into it, and then you don't see an impact. It may not be the problem with the idea, it may be the problem with the channel, right? So maybe that particular type of rich content wasn't right for that channel. So in general, you should be paying attention to things like customer engagement, obviously, rate of conversion, and loyalty, right? If you've got return customers with a particular type of content, that's a great indication for loyalty there. And now, before I hand things over back to Zina, I want to talk a little bit about key takeaways. First one is that the future is digital. And I think all of you all already agree on that, that you need to embrace the digital shift. The home improvement industry is experiencing a significant shift towards digital marketing and online sales. All of the professional associations we are in, they keep consistently bringing out figures that prove this specific point. And it is crucial for you as a business to adapt and leverage those digital platforms to connect with the customers efficiently. Secondly, you need to enhance your online presence, right? So you've embraced the digital shift, you're going online. How do you enhance your presence? So you need to establish a strong online presence. This is the key to success in this digital age, right? So you need to invest in a user-friendly website, start with that, optimize it for search engines, super important, people need to be able to find you, and maintain active social media profile to boost your online presence and build brand credibility, obviously. Next up, leveraging rich content. So what do I mean by leveraging rich content? So rich content, again, high quality images, videos, interactive visuals, virtual reality experiences, all of those things can significantly enhance customer engagement and therefore conversions. Incorporate rich content into your marketing campaigns and showcase the value and benefits of your specific products. And again, different products, different ideas, different content. Personalized customer experiences. We talked a lot about segmentation of your audience. So this is the step number one, right? So you have particular segments in your customer base. Ideally, you would like to tailor your marketing efforts to meet specific needs and preferences of your target audience. Designers probably not going to be looking for the same thing as a DIY enthusiast, right? And then you can use this customer data and insights to deliver personalized content and offers. So again, track all of the metrics, all of the data you collect, figure out what works, what doesn't, and therefore you will be able to create a unique and memorable experience for your core demographics. And this warrants repeating itself. Measure and optimize everything, right? I can't stress this enough. I've been talking a lot about tracking and being data-driven. So yeah, track the performance of your digital marketing campaigns. Use analytics to gain insights into their behavior, because behavior changes all the time. Maybe something works today, it's not going to work tomorrow. Even when it comes to search engine optimization, right? Google changes rules all the time. You need to be aware of that. So track the performance of your marketing campaigns. There may not be a problem with content, but with the platforms and everything else. But there's a problem with the content. Maybe it's time to invest into something else. So continuously optimize your strategies based on this data-driven decision-making for better results. Thank you, Zina. And yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ola and Anna, for this very interesting information. And as I mentioned before, everyone will receive a link to the package template of digital assets after we finish our webinar. And for the ones who will watch the recording of this webinar, you may send us an email with the words content package template to the email content@wizart.ai, and we will send you a package template once you watch the recording. And in case you have any questions or would like to learn more about our services or would like to just like define the best strategy for your business in terms of the rich content, feel free to send us an email to content@wizart.ai, and we will be happy to share our expertise and partner together. So thanks to everyone for joining us today, and I believe that we can begin our questions and answers session. So feel free to leave any questions in the interface of this webinar. You will have there like a button, question Q&A, and you may type your question there. So I will now stop sharing my screen to see some of the questions. Okay, so I think that we have one question about how do you usually work with your clients and what do you need from them to prepare rich content?
I think I can take this one. So since you are already I think all of you, I'm not sure, clients of ours, if not, what we normally ask of you are just JPEGs or PNGs of your products, right? For various products, it's going to be a different set of requirements, but the main principle is the same. We ask for a simple JPEG of a product with a list of attributes, right? So we need to know like the size of the product so we can correctly overlay it on walls, floors, and ceilings, and a bunch of other stuff like name, etc. So we don't need anything else to create rich content, literally. When it comes to creating rich content, we just take your JPEGs, we throw them through a bunch of complicated 3D texturing algorithms, and we get a beautiful and sort of texture, right? So using that texture, we can do a bunch of other stuff like put it in the space, shoot videos, shoot renders, etc. So when it comes to that, whatever you're giving us for AR visualization is going to be enough for creation of rich content as well.
Thank you, Ula. And we also have another question. In AR visualizer space, I believe Wizart and Roomba are the best, but I want to hear from you, what's the difference? By the way, I'm from an online rug retailer.
Yes, thank you, Joseph. Sorry, I'm maybe not supposed to say your name.
Take this question, take it. You're
Yeah.
the best to answer it.
Yeah, no disrespect to Roomba, but we like better, to be honest. I mean, when it comes to the quality of visualization, our computer vision model is about the same. I'd say ours maybe like 5 to 10% better when you like run through the model and you like look at the stats, but like this is for the nerds. The average customer is not going to notice any difference. Our approach is different. First of all, we heavily focus on the visuals, right? Our UI and UX of our AR visualization is entirely different because we focus heavily on the visuals. This is the point about being data-driven, right? So everything you see in this Wizart visualizer is the result of painstaking search for the best decision in terms of how to keep customer engagement and how to help those conversions happen. So we rely on easy navigation inside of the visualizer, the cataloging options on the right-hand side that keeps people engaged as much as possible. So this in turn multiplies your conversions. The biggest difference, I would say, apart from the UI and UX approach for the end consumer, is our B2B sort of business model, right? So we don't gatekeep you from accessing your account. You can have your own product information management account. and you can manage your own data. You don't have to go through us to manage your own data. We have a bunch of automations when you don't even actually have to think about it. We've captured so many former clients of Roomvo precisely because of this. You know, like every single time you have to change something in your account. For example, you stopped carrying a particular collection on your website. If you're talking about rugs, probably if it's an online rug retailer, your stock changes, you know, every single week. So if you want to keep that pace, reflecting the content on your website with the content inside of the visualizer, it's better for you to have your own access, or even better to automate it. We provide this sort of service. It's free of charge. Roomvo charge for the service, and you have to go through them, and the timeline's obviously impacted. Yeah, that's the main one. Thank you.
Thank you, Ula. And we also have another question. And what about marketplaces? Can I use these types of rich content there? I think that this is about like the videos and like VR rooms that are currently represented on the market.
Okay, I can take this one, I think. Of course, you can use like 360 panoramas, and also not only panoramas, but 360 product view, because it's also considered to be rich content, and it's nice to put it on the marketplace. But you just should be mindful of different regulations of marketplaces, because Ula also has already mentioned it. Different marketplaces, they like allow different kind of content to be placed, so you just need to take it into consideration. But of course, it's a really great idea to use this kind of content on the marketplaces.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and just to add here, I think that the main issue that may arise here is that we need to check if the content is like compatible with the regulations of different marketplaces, because they have their own regulations. So like this is maybe the only thing that we need to check. Okay, thank you. I think that that is all for now with the questions. But as I mentioned previously, feel free to send like any questions or oh, actually, we got another one. Interior trends change very fast, therefore we have to change the interior images in which we show our products on a regular basis. Do you also change the options for standard interiors regularly?
Yeah, Saskia, I'm going to take this one. Yes, we do. We are, in fact, right now in the process of updating our library of interiors, right? So like you have an entire library. There, like right now is dozens of different room types. Soon it's going to be hundreds. We're scaling it up precisely because of this. So we do that. However, when we're trying to automate the content creation, because again, you can create content using AR visualizer, right? Just make them renders. But we have a high quality option, which is even better. We build a space in 3D, like 360 panorama, according to your specs. So you design the space with us, right? And then we can shoot the content there. So the same space can be readapted, like furniture can change, etc. Like windows can be moved around, or like even the types of room can also change. And then we can shoot content inside of that one. So yeah, we are updating it regularly for the AR visualizer, which you can use to generate renders. And we have an even higher customizable option for generating that rich content through a purely 3D space.
Thank you, Ula. Probably let's wait for another 1 minute, and yes, but if you get any questions after the webinar, feel free to send them to us or directly to Ula or Anna. And I will send you the links to the package template after the webinar, so that you could review them and just share your thoughts on in what way you would be able to implement them, or how it would help your strategy, marketing strategy. Okay, so I think that we can finish our webinar now, and thank you everyone for joining us today and sharing your questions. And actually, this is very valuable that many of retailers and manufacturers are interested in transforming their businesses with the help of digital tools. So we are here to help you with this part, and we are waiting for new partnerships and growing together. So thank you everyone, and see you on our upcoming webinars and probably some industry events. So thank you everyone and have a good day.
Cheers.
Thank you for your participation.
Bye bye.
Thank you.